You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts Jay Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am Jay Hove. Got Weezy in the building. Say, what's up, Weezy?
What it do? What it don't do?
Okay.
What it's gonna be?
What it is. For sure. Right. Had somebody send an email. So you sound really country saying that right there.
You sure? Why you even said that on live? Yeah.
Right.
Why you get them the fantasy? I mean,
the fantasy.
I mean,
what we doing?
You said that on live.
Oh, okay. Cameraman, how you doing, cameraman? Thumbs up, man. That's always a good sign. We got episode 264 of the Full Sport Press podcast, kicking off our yearly NBA player playoffs, starting with the Eastern Conference.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it, man. You better damn believe it, man. How's everybody's week?
Good.
Had a good week?
Good, man.
For sure. What about you, Jeff?
We had a great week.
For sure.
Great week.
Speaking of good weeks, let's start off best of the week. What's your best of the week, Weezy?
Oh, man. Good weather this week, man.
Solid weather.
Good weather this week.
For sure.
It did a lot for me.
For sure.
I'm sick of the cold. Fed up with it.
Sick up. Vitamin D. Sun.
I know.
Damn.
I gotta grow up.
Yeah, for sure. We got childish, man.
Yeah, very much.
Best of the week, Jeff. What you got?
NFL making those rule changes with pass interference. Everything could be challenged. That's
sure.
That's good rule.
You like that?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that in the first half, for sure. My best of the week is Mike Woods, man, friend of the show. Mike was chosen referee of the McDonald's All-American game. Shout out to Mike, huge accomplishment for him. Big look, man. Proud of you, fella.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike, man.
Most definitely. What's up? Let's kick it back, man. Worst of the week, what you got?
My worst of the week, man, the Philadelphia Phillies fans booed Bryce Harper.
Yeah, man. That was too early. Week one. It might have been
Game one.
It's game one, first game. I didn't understand it.
Shit. And he had good cleats on. He had the Philadelphia Fanatic cleats on.
He got reminded he was in Philly.
Most definitely. If they think that's just the start of it,
no.
Man, he's there for what, 10? Sounds a 10-year contract.
Welcome to it, buddy.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
Oh, man, worst of the week. I'm going to have to say the referees in the NBA.
Okay.
Got to do a little better.
Oh, man.
Lil Mike, go ahead and move up, Lil Mike.
Yeah,
they need you.
They need you, Lil Mike, for sure.
That
world do not want to see Lil Mike as an NBA referee. Hear that? Shit, nah.
That Wolves in game.
They missed like 3 calls. Right?
Easy. Yeah.
For sure. My worst of the week, North Carolina Tar Heels losing. Probably our best chance to win a championship. Probably in the next 4 years. So we're losing our 4 best players. Only bringing in 1 McDonald's All-American. Maybe another one. Tough sledding. Yeah. Good season all in all. We just,
Okay. All right. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown, Spike Lee, and M Extra each and every Wednesday. This week's show was the Hip Hop Juniors episode.
Sure.
It's a pretty cool little episode right there. I got to do that.
Sure, man.
Disrespectful to Lil Romeo, though.
Very disrespectful. I mean, for good reason. Are we going to count Bow Wow as being JD's son?
That's a reach.
That's a reach?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's a reach.
What about Snoop's son?
Dads are corrupt, maybe. He was in Dog Pound.
Sure.
I don't know.
He said he was in Dog Pound.
Original member of Death Row.
Yeah.
Juniors, though. I'm trying to think of some other juniors. Christian Combs, man.
Christian Combs just dropped a project.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it's going to turn out.
Most definitely, man. Fresh for Dummies, me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue number 43, should be up right now, directly for the culture. Follow the show IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all of your social media handles. Wear your kicks and cop responsibly.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-host. Shout out to that good weather. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask, Weezy? Just search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. RMG!
Most definitely. RMG. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
We got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the clock.
So, man, we're a week away from the greatest day in sports entertainment.
For sure.
WrestleMania Sunday is coming up.
It's coming up.
So, what is scheduled to be the great Kurt Angle's last match? All right, that's an accomplishment because Kurt Angle's one of the top 12 of all time. 10, 12. 10, 12, 10.
15.
Yeah. 15.
Yeah.
You don't know 15 wrestlers.
I do know 15 wrestlers.
Come on.
No,
Come on, 15.
we don't have time.
We do. Come on.
Podcast.
There you go. Come on,
You know what I'm
15.
I'm trying to produce them, Jeff.
Just trying to produce it.
That's it. That's it. I got 10. I got 15 easy, though.
What's it?
Yeah,
All right, so he's scheduled to waste his last match on Baron Corbin, and the internet has not been happy about that all week. If you guys don't know who Baron Corbin is, that's probably right, because he's nobody to really keep up with.
Sure.
And for it to be somebody as great as Kurt Angle's last match, and he's probably going to have to put Baron Corbin over, which means he's probably going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's some horse crap. So definitely hope they make a change and insert John Cena into that match. Pause. Which is the rumor, and so I'm hoping that actually happens. We'll see, because John Cena's career started with smacking Kurt Angle in the ring, his first night on SmackDown. So, yeah, hopefully it's
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. He deserves
Full circle.
Most definitely, man.
That's just 10 good wrestlers.
Yes, it is. Next week we got
WrestleMania, we got Who You Got?
Who you got? Excited about
Big
that.
dog version next week.
Big dog version. All right. So I'm about to give you 25.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. In case you missed the Weez, I got you again. The WNBA is being added to NBA 2K. WNBA continues to rely on its big brother to market and increase awareness of its league. The WNBA will be included in the NBA 2K20 franchise. Now, 2K hasn't made anything official, but Renee Montgomery and Asia Wilson shared news on their personal social media accounts about upcoming appearances in NBA 2K20. My guess is they'll probably be a part of the story mode. My career.
That'll be dope.
I'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They stole this from NBA Live, though.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
NBA Live, 18
Yeah.
had the WNBA.
Yeah.
Had like maybe the whole WNBA.
The whole WNBA,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. So clap it up for the WNBA.
Absolutely.
What's the chances of us having a full WNBA game by itself? So it would be WNBA 20 what? 2K what?
You said what's
20,
the chances of what year?
Oh, 0% chances.
Okay.
Okay, what about you, Weezy?
15, 20%.
15, 20%?
6%.
I say 49% within the next 10 years we'll have a WNBA 2K game.
I say by 2K24.
Yeah, 2K24.
2K24. Yeah.
There we go, man. Yeah, WNBA.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite WNBA player, Joe?
Right, still Candace Parker.
Candace Parker? What about you,
We
Weezy?
might take it off.
You just gonna go, yeah, just gonna.
I was Maggie Moore.
For sure?
She's not playing.
That's my favorite player.
Yeah. My favorite WNBA player. I got so many.
Like, who I stop and
Taurasi.
watch no matter
I like
what
Taurasi. Yeah.
is like Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, Maya Moore. I mean, you know, I mean, you're going to watch the games regardless, but I stop what I'm doing to watch those.
I'm a big fan of Kia Nurse.
I can respect
She's new.
Yeah.
I just UConn Huskies.
Yeah.
She was also cold.
She was a host call.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Most definitely. Now, tweet us questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To watch more WNBA basketball, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid, man. Yeah, sure. And the Revolution will be podcasted before we start the first half. Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
Yes, sir. This week's recipient is Jeremy Macklin.
Jeremy Macklin, for sure. Jeremy Macklin had his youngest kid's baby shower this weekend, Jeff.
Okay.
After what went down on Sunday, there's a good chance that he is going to remember March the 24th for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Before the baby shower kicked off, Macklin had a huge announcement to make. Macklin grabbed the microphone to say, playing Jeremy Macklin.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'd like to make an announcement. Something I want to share with everybody, since everybody's here for this.
Okay.
I'm retiring from the NFL. I'm done.
Okay.
The 30-year-old wide receiver is retiring after 9 highly productive seasons in the NFL. 30-year-old played 9 productive NFL seasons and will finish his career with 514 catches for 6,000 yards and 49 touchdowns. And the former first-round pick earned a total of, throughout his career,
27.
6.
$6 million? $52 million during his playing career. Makes sense. Shout out to Jeremy Macklin. Here's the thing. You don't do that. Weezy, you were looking like you don't see a problem with that?
No, I was looking at like why he did that.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like you
don't do that.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is supposed to be something that, you're here for the baby.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do with you retiring, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, Journey.
Yeah. You could have waited. You could have waited another day.
A day?
Just a day.
Just a day.
Yeah, just a day.
Just a day.
All you gotta do is
Or wait, just don't do it.
He didn't return because he wanted to. Injury play.
Yeah, injury play career. He was pretty solid.
He was pretty solid.
You made a good point about Missouri wide receivers in pre-production.
Yeah, they don't pan out.
Mm.
I know. Jeremy Macklin.
Yeah. They definitely don't.
What's the guy that played for us?
Dorial Green
was no one wide receiver
in the country.
In the country.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the half.
No. He's not even speaking of the half.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get started the first half.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Episode 264, Jeff. I am J.O.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What do you do?
Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG.
Okay.
I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You most definitely are. Jeff, what about you?
J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely. I'm J-Hove on Twitter and the gram. FSP_cameraman, if you're looking for him, on the gram. Most definitely.
It's lit.
Is it lit? It ain't lit. It's quiet.
Lit.
Okay. All right. Oh, shit. Let's talk about the 2019 NCAA basketball Sweet 16 winners and losers. Starting off with some winners.
Okay.
Anybody want to go first?
Virginia Cavaliers for me.
Oh, for sure. After being the laughing stock of the entire tournament last year.
Yeah.
Got a good game from a 12-seed Oregon team that
overachieved.
Overachieved.
Yeah.
Most definitely, but they made them play Virginia basketball.
Yes.
And, it was tough to watch.
Yeah, man.
Virginia like that on defense. It's tough, man.
It's over with. Yeah, they can beat anybody. Yeah, for sure. Anybody got another winner?
This one of those ones that's a Captain Obvious, but Duke. Because if Duke
battle tested.
Yeah. And if they don't win, they are, no matter where they lose, if they don't win this tournament, they are considered a failure.
Oh, for sure.
So,
I mean, it was the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Sweet 16,
yeah.
Elite 8.
Yeah.
So that's how
it's Zion stock just keep rising.
Yeah.
It's
just
rising.
Yeah, for sure. He didn't play again. They would have lost the very first game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's through the roof.
Yeah, they lost the very first game. What it takes to have a great player in your team, for sure.
He swung the balance of college basketball.
For sure. Most definitely. My winner is Chris Beard, the Texas Tech head coach. Before the season, he signed a 6-year extension worth a little bit more than $19 million.
Okay.
Price just went up. For sure.
Went up.
I think he won't be at Texas Tech for long. He's a hot name right now.
Yeah.
But anybody that's trying to get him will have to pay $750,000 as far as his buyout. So
they lost 4 starters last year.
Yeah. And you're still going into a situation where they're going to give Gonzaga everything
they want.
For sure. Most definitely. Let's move on to the losers. You got another winner? Anybody else have another winner?
Auburn.
Okay.
Auburn.
Yeah, that's definitely a winner. The suck part about that, they lost their big man.
Yeah.
So he had 2010 when he
scary.
left out.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Move on to the losers, man. Anybody got a loser?
Oh, Rocky Top.
Oh, yeah.
You call it, though.
Well, this is the thing.
To me.
Yeah. I know what Rick Barnes is about.
Yeah.
As a coach.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up when they needed him to show up. And, that's his, hate to say it. Alonso with this guy, too. Leonard Hamilton is a loser for me.
Okay.
You've been at Florida State for 17 years.
Okay.
He's got past the Sweet 16 just once.
Okay.
And that was last year. And this was an opportunity to elevate not only the program, but himself. And they just did not do it. Hell of a run, though.
See, that's the thing, though. You can end that Florida State statement with hell of a run.
For sure.
UT, this is a failure. This is an upset. This is not supposed to happen.
That's not supposed to happen.
Nah,
You're not supposed to lose that game.
No.
How far did they go last year?
They made
Sweet 16 last year.
No.
Yeah, it's
a failure. Yeah.
He brought back all that talent.
Yeah.
In the year. No, man. That should have been at least a Final Four team.
Yeah. But,
They just waited too late to start playing. They waited too late to start playing that game.
Yeah. I mean, just with Leonard Hamilton, at least making it to the Elite Eight, maybe the Final Four.
Yeah.
Dude, you've never, ever done that.
But see, that's the thing, though. Like you said, you ended with great run, though.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like...
It's a good run. I mean, you went to the Elite Eight last year.
Yeah, and it's like you're not expecting. It's still Florida State at the end of the day.
Right.
And Florida State, it does them no good
In basketball.
In basketball. It's a football.
And I'm glad you brought football up because it does nothing happen to no good to win like this in this football. I mean, lose like that, and this football team's not doing right either.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a double. So you look at two with Alabama.
Both
I got you.
Alabama kicks their coach out, Avery Johnson. Who I think he's done a great job there, but they're trying to get it to match the football team, and that's not gonna happen.
Right.
It's not gonna happen, man. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Another loser for me is North Carolina. This is our chance. Like I mentioned, this is my worst of the week. This is our chance to do it. We're going to bring maybe Cole Anthony. We have a big man coming in, but we're going to lose Cameron Johnson. We're going to lose Kobe White.
Yeah,
we're going to lose Luke May. And we're going to lose Nas Little. Yeah. It's 4 starters. It's 4 main players.
Cole Anthony could swing the balance.
Yeah, for sure, but we still, if we get him in Precious, we'll be all right. But,
just being real.
Yeah, man, but that was tough. That was tough to watch, man. But we'll talk about it at halftime. For sure. All right. Elite 8 game predictions. Start off with Virginia versus Purdue. Who you guys got?
It's hard for me to bet against Purdue right now.
Yeah, they're playing hot. Virginia going to beat them. They're going to slow it down for them, though. Virginia's going to beat them.
But with a shot, with a vibe shooter like that.
Carson, there we go.
Yeah, that slowed it down don't hurt him that much.
11 threes in Tennessee.
It don't hurt him that much slowing the game down.
Let me tell y'all something. Shaka Smart did not offer that kid a scholarship. Did not offer him. He's from Texas, right outside of Houston. Yeah. Top 10 player in the state. And you mean to tell me you're not going to offer him a scholarship?
That's tough.
And that's the reason why he's in the trouble he's in now. You have to recruit your state. You got to
recruit your state.
You got to recruit your state.
You can't have somebody come out of your state playing like that.
For sure.
And then you didn't even try.
You have to recruit your state at a high level. Yeah. Gonzaga versus Texas Tech.
You know, when people sleep on Gonzaga, like, I slept on them.
For sure.
But them boys is good.
Yeah.
And them boys are there for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
They got depth. They
10 deep. Yeah. They got 10.
And they got 2 NBA players.
3. Possibly 3. Yeah.
For the sake of my bracket, I'm going Gonzaga.
For sure. I already know about that. For sure, I got Gonzaga winning that as well. What about Duke versus Michigan State?
You know what? This is going to be the toughest test for Duke. Well, they already had 2 tough tests. But
it can't get much tougher.
Let me tell you something.
I'm telling you why it's tough. Because they got time zone.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They ain't playing no goddamn body. Let's just keep it a buck.
They freshmen, though. They freshmen.
Keep it a buck. No, I get that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, cream rises to the top. You see what Zion is doing. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your brother's playing tonight. Cassius Winston.
That's your doppelganger. We look just like you. Headband and all.
I got to listen. Y'all look just alike. He going to give me everything he going to ask for. The good thing is they got Trey Jones in the defense.
Because he responded to, what's your man for LSU? I forget his name.
Tremont.
Because Tremont was going at him. So as soon as the second half started, and dude responded.
Cassius, your brother, man. Y'all look just
alike.
Y'all. That's crazy. And last but not least, Auburn versus Kentucky.
Man,
I got Kentucky winning. I got Kentucky winning because of the big man being out.
Me too.
PJ's coming back. Got Harold. Yeah, I got Kentucky.
That's gonna be a good game.
Good ass game.
I got Kentucky.
Yeah, I got Kentucky winning it for sure.
Let's move on to the NFL, guys.
Speaking of Auburn,
my bad.
Auburn, only team. What? One more team has beaten. They have beaten. Help me out. When they beat the tournament, they beat North Carolina.
They beat us for sure.
Kansas.
Yeah. They beat Kansas.
And they beat Kentucky.
All right, so big beating like what are those called? Blue Blood schools. Yeah.
One other team did Arizona.
Sure.
It's tough. They pull it off, huh? All right, so let's move to the NFL.
Yep.
We this guy. The Gronk.
It's gonna be your guy if you go wrestling.
We'll talk about that. Announced his retirement from the NFL via his Instagram account on Sunday. After 9 seasons with the New England Patriots, he called Mr. Kraft, or Crafty, to let him know how he felt about his NFL career. He's gonna call it quits. Gronk played in 115 regular season games, totaling 521 receptions, 7,861 yards. He played in 16 playoff games with 81 receptions and 1,163 yards and 12 touchdowns. All records for tight end.
Yeah, for sure.
Numbers.
That's tough. 29 years old, getting beat up, he's injured, often injured.
I think he did right.
Yeah, good time to hang it up, man. Most definitely. Got nothing left to prove. Won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Is he the best tight end ever played again?
With that right there?
That's nuts.
That's it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So they have betting odds for Gronk's next career move.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, let's get it.
Okay.
NFL plus 3,000. CFL plus 5,000.
Wow.
The AAF and the XFL is plus 3,300. Stripper plus 5,000.
Definitely sure.
Podcast host plus 500. And actors plus 500. NFL booth plus 200. And last but not least, the WWE is plus 150. where you guys have him?
I have WWE broadcaster and podcaster.
Really?
All doing all that.
Doing all
The
that.
personality is gonna do it for him.
I wouldn't be shocked. Not this year.
Yeah.
Late this season, next year, somebody pick him up.
Yeah. I think he's coming back.
Yeah.
I just don't think he wanted to play with Belichick anymore. I think he had become, you can become tired of that shit. Yeah, restrained.
29.
You never know what happens when your body get that rest.
Yeah, for sure. Take a year off.
Yeah.
I think he'll take a year off and play again. But once he finishes, I think he will be a rock type person in the movie world.
Yeah,
he's very remarkable.
Yeah. By the end of this year, he'll play. He'll get picked up by week 13.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
WrestleMania's next week. He'll be there again this year.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do all. He's gonna be a podcaster. He's gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
He'll do all of that.
Over and under 6 more NFL games in his life.
Push.
Push.
Just put on the
Right at
playoffs.
6.
Right at
That's a
6.
good number.
Put on the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Let's keep it in the NFL. In a move that was necessary, I think, after the blown pass interference call during the NFC Championship game, the NFL adopted a new rule change for the 2019 season. NFL coaches are now allowed to challenge both defensive and offensive pass interference calls, whether they are called on the field or not.
Right.
Within the final 2 minutes of each half, per the usual rules, a review for pass interference will be initiated by the replay official in the booth. This addition of being able to review a penalty for the first time doesn't increase the amount of challenges for each team.
Mm-hmm.
They will still get 2 each with a chance to earn a third if the first challenge is successful. Is this a home run or a strikeout?
Well, I had it as my best of the week, so I think it's a home run.
Okay.
Simply because that play was so bad.
It was egregious.
It was so it ruined the whole Super Bowl because with how bad it was. So I think it's a great move by the NFL. One of the few things they've done lately that's got it right.
That's what I'm getting at because it's an absolute home run because the NFL and its image, they seem really slow to adapt to change.
Right.
So for them to do this in record time, NFL time, that's a big, big move.
Somebody put the pressure on them.
Yeah. Now, here's the wrinkle though. What about Hail Marys?
Yes, it's going to come down. Now, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I do honestly believe the exact reverse is going to happen this year.
Mm.
A game is going to swing because a pass interference is going to be called on the Hail Mary, and it's going to get one more play.
Yeah.
It's going to be a field goal.
Yeah.
It's going to be a field goal. Somebody's going to win the game.
Yeah, because it's often pushing and grabbing the nose plays.
Just trying to get position.
Just trying to get position for sure, so the end goal will be good. But I think it was definitely needed, and I like the way that they were very, very transparent. Like, hey, we're working to do this, and before the season even starts, you see that they made a change. So that's dope.
And now I really think what I already thought that the cornerback position is the hardest position in all the sports.
Oh, that ain't no question now.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
the spotlight's on them now for sure.
not in all the sports, but in all the football.
I think all the sports.
Really?
Yeah. That's one position where you don't know what's going to happen. But you're playing backwards.
Like a safety hill.
You do gotta say
Depending on where you're at.
It depends on what you. But the way people going 5 wide now, you really have safety help. You might.
You're gonna have safety. It's always a safety.
It's
just bad safety.
Yeah. And you're playing backwards.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Let's keep it in football.
Okay.
So Tom Dundon is the AFL's chairman. He was named that last month.
That's never good.
Keep up with that then.
Right.
He told the USA Today Sports in an interview that the NFLPA is not cooperating with his AAF, the AF, the Alliance of American Football, and is refusing to allow first-year players to use those players in the NFL players. I'm sorry, to use NFL first-year players in the AFL.
Okay.
If the Players Union is not going to give us young players, we can't be a development league. That actually does make sense.
Okay.
And Dundon told us to USA Today Sports, and we are looking at other options. One is which is discontinuing the league.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody sold him a dream.
Yep.
Somebody sold him a dream.
Somebody got hoodwinked. Somebody got bamboozled.
He was told,
it's going to be developmental.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not even getting first shit to some of your young guys.
That's not what he was told.
Yeah, they had a pretty solid first week. Most of them do.
Most
new startups have a good first week.
See what's going on.
Yeah. There's a rumor that's saying that this is pretty tough. Yeah. They're supposed to pull the games after this weekend's game.
Yeah.
They're gonna pull the plug on the season.
It's possible. If they had Johnny Manziel week 1.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel week 1.
Yeah.
Could have helped.
Damn. Yeah, they were struggling to pay players.
Yeah.
They looking like they might go bankrupt.
It's because you gotta think about it.
Yeah,
People-
coming.
People aren't showing up to these games. So
Yeah.
not getting their revenue there.
Yeah.
They had one game on live TV. Well, not live, but on regular TV. That's where the most ratings will come. And most people have those TVs, not on those channels.
It's bad football.
It's bad football. And everybody's looking like, okay, probably end at the end of this season.
Yeah.
But that's going to end before the end of the regular season. That's nuts, man. This weekend, so we wake up on Monday, the AAF is no longer.
Is it going to make you lose sleep?
And hell no.
It was one of those things that you could tell someone jumped the gun on.
Yeah.
They saw opportunity to break away from the XFL and get going before the XFL starts.
Yeah.
To be another league, and then you jump out there with this. Now, mind you, I can get one of those starter coats on discount. I'll probably get one.
Sure, that was jackets tough.
The colorway.
That's what I'm saying. There's a couple of colorways out there.
Memphis got a really good colorway.
Yeah,
for sure. I want that Johnny Manziel jersey.
Actually, you can get it.
I can get that.
Yeah,
for sure.
you can get that.
Shout out to Rasheed. He can get us that. Oh, wow. Fine. Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about some high school basketball, man. On the eve of the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16, the best high school players in America, who hope to be on a similar stage next season, convened in Atlanta for the annual McDonald's All-American game. Now, the East jumped out to an early lead over the West, and we ended up cruising to a 115-100 victory. The top unsigned senior in the country, mentioned earlier, Cole Anthony, led the way for the East team with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, and an MVP for performance. Bad. His teammate, who was also unsigned, Precious Nchumwa, led all scorers with 22 points. Anybody stand out for you guys? Precious, hey, listen, man. Let me tell you something. There's a kid going to Georgia by the name of Anthony Edwards. Yeah. He'll be the next Victor Oladipo.
Okay.
Yeah, solid player. I'll tell you who let me down. Nico Mannion.
Really?
So they talked about Nico. They were saying this is going to be a matchup. Him versus Cole Anthony. Oh, I'm excited about it. And he had been asking, he wanted his high school team to play against Oak Hill. They didn't play. So he picked him up 94 feet. Yeah. And he got killed the entire game. And he's going to Arizona next year. 6'4", 6'5". Yeah. Redhead, Caucasian American. But his dad played overseas. Really good basketball player, we say.
Welcome to the light.
Yeah, the lights was bright for young Nico.
Yeah.
For sure, but Nico asked for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Why would he go to 94 feet?
I don't know. He's picking him up. Yeah. He got his shit swatted the first time. Then he missed 2 threes.
It was downhill from there. It was downhill from the block.
It was a tough night all around for Nico Mannion. But it was a lot of good players. My favorite player coming into the years, Trey Mann, going to the University of Florida. He's going to be a dog. Him and Scotty Lewis, who looked really good in that game. I'm telling you, he don't believe in Trey Mann. But listen.
Solid. I seen this highlight.
Trey Mann, ready to go. Yeah. Watch what he does for Florida next year.
Florida
just wait. Florida has him and Scotty Lewis.
They keep that little bubble.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody turn to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll get 1 or 2 McDonald's All-American. Yeah. This kid's from Gainesville.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So he's going for sure. Anybody else got somebody to talk about? It was good? Ready to go? Yeah, it was a really good game. Yeah. Let's get started with halftime.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Man, we're talking March Madness. My Tar Heels took one on the head. I said from the jump, I thought it was going to be a tough matchup for us, particularly when Auburn shoots the basketball well, and that second half, they shot the lights out of the gym. That's the beauty of March Madness, man. The Duke Blue Devils won their last 2 games because their opponents couldn't hit layups to beat them. Because when you have 2 things like that happen in 2 games in a row for you to win the game, stuff only happens like that if you're supposed to make it. They probably should have lost to UCF. They didn't. They missed a layup. Virginia Tech, same thing, missed a winning layup. So I'm asking you, FSP, are the Duke Blue Devils a team of destiny? If I'm a coach and you've been on championship runs, things like this tend to have to happen for you to go on those championship runs. Favor. That's what it's called. Let's move on to NFL draft. Should the Arizona Cardinals draft Kyler Murray? What do you guys think? They already have Josh Rosen. They just drafted him a year ago, two ago. What have you? So should they draft Kyler Murray? What do you guys think? You guys let me know. I'm going to leave you guys with some words of wisdom. And I've been thinking about this and just with life in general and how things are going on and what you should do to put into someone else's life. I'm just going to leave you with this quote. This is a little Coach Brownism. Just remember, life gives to the giver and takes from the taker. Let that marinate. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown it is, Root, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. The first thing he talked about, North Carolina letting him down. Me and Jeff talked about this pre-production. If we play Auburn in a 7-game series, we would beat them 4-2. But here's the thing: it's not.
Right.
One game,
Yep.
and they got us on an all-night. Yeah, sure.
Whew.
Sure.
That happens.
Yeah, for sure.
That is, Auburn won the game. That doesn't necessarily mean Auburn's a better team.
No, it doesn't. That's what I was saying. 7-game series would beat the hell out of them. 4-2. Duke, Destin. I said this from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The way that the calls were being made,
The
calls came with the calls. They pressed the button, and Duke is destined to win. They might as well go ahead.
I think Michigan State's gonna beat them.
Yeah, I pray to God that they do.
I think Tom Izzo gonna outcoach them freshmen and gonna make them beat them.
Your brother. Your brother's leading the charge for sure. Should the Arizona Cardinals draft Kyler Murray?
They shouldn't, but they are.
I don't think they will. I think this is all smoke.
I don't know what you see.
They're about to
You're
trade
a
it.
quarterback whisperer.
I am.
I just know we'll never agree on that. I
Yeah.
don't know what you don't see.
It's not that I don't see it. I just think Josh Rosen is equally good, and you drafted him last year.
That's-
Stick with the kid.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to trade him.
Okay.
I think they're going to pick that kid.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Coach Brown turned into a preacher.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was there. He
was a relationship expert.
Yeah.
Now he's a preacher.
Wake up.
That's all
right.
You know what? Let's just start with the second half.
The second half is underway.
The second half, the 2019 NBA Playoffs, FSP style, episode 264. That's right, cameraman?
Yes.
264? Yeah, that's right, for sure. I am J.O.
She both yeah.
I'm Weezy, what it do?
Fellas, it is no secret that the
Yeah.
Eastern Conference is the weaker conference right now. Last year we saw players like LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, Paul George take their talents from the East to the West. Now Jimmy's back to the East. Now, as the 2018 NBA season is coming to an end, it's time for FSP to do our annual argument. It's time to compare player statistics, creating a playoff-style format to determine the best player in the NBA. Now, we asked our listeners. We appreciate everybody that sent in a list to give their top 8 players in each conference. Same criteria as each and every year here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Offense, defense, team impact or success, mental, and consistency. The tiebreaker. Which player would you pick if I need to win a game tomorrow with average NBA talent around?
That's the one.
For sure.
That's the one.
Injured players are not allowed to be included in the top 8, and you have to play more than 41 games to be included. Let's go over last year's final playoff season.
All right. At number 1, we had LeBron James. Number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Come on, let's work it out.
Number 3 was Kyrie Irving. Number 4 was DeMar DeRozan. 5, Joel Embiid. 6, Victor Oladipo. 7, Ben Simmons. And 8, Kemba Walker.
For sure. We have a list here. Do we unveil the list now, or do we go over snubs? Do we just go? Let's go with the list.
Okay.
Let's go with it. Number 1 seed, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Number 3, Joel the Process Embiid. Number 4, Kyrie Irving. Number 5, Blake Griffin. Number 6, Ben Simmons. Number 7, Kemba Walker. You know his nickname in Rucker League was Easy Pass. Easy.
I like that.
That's nasty. That's nasty. And last but not least, we know what the hell they talking about. Number 8, Brad Beal. Now, injuries that happen. John Wall.
Yeah, of course.
Victor Oladipo. Injuries prohibit them. But definitely could have been on this list if they were 100%.
Honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Nikola Vucevic, man. Nikola Vucevic, 20 and 10 this year. All-star. First All-Star appearance. Fighting for an AC.
Right.
Did not make the list. I think it's because a lot of people haven't watched his work.
They have not.
And I get that.
I understand.
I fought for him at 8.
Yeah.
I didn't get him in.
No.
I did not get him in.
No.
No, I did not. Other honorable mention.
D'Angelo Russell.
I fought for him at 8.
You fought for him at 8.
Didn't get him in.
Yeah. 20 points a game.
Yeah.
7 assists coming from 16 and 4. He only played in 43 games last year, but
also fighting for the 8 spot.
often fighting for the 6.
Yeah, I was in 7. Yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah.
It's in his veins.
Yeah.
That's what he say. That's what he say.
That might be the best. Like,
I don't know.
That's
That didn't rock it the baby.
Oh,
What about y'all got about that?
there's 2 people that share that.
Yeah.
IT and Dame.
Lillard.
Yeah.
IT really took that though.
Yeah.
He's really strong on
He
it.
did.
He really did. But yeah, D'Lo, man, he between him and one of these guys that got snubbed, we'll talk about probably fighting for most improved player. So shout out to D'Lo.
Yeah.
Snubs. Kyle Lowry, All-Star. Yeah. Jimmy Butler did not
It's
make
crowded.
it.
It's crowded.
Crowded.
It's crowded, Jimmy.
Crowded.
It's crowded.
Crowded.
Too much moving. For
Yeah.
sure.
Pascal Siakam,
His second half of the season.
easily.
Yeah.
Might be most improved
He
player.
should be happy to be mentioned.
Nah, Pascal Siakam is a really, really good player.
But I see
I'm not
what
saying
he's saying.
that. I'm not saying
from
that.
From
where
last
he
year
came
to
from
now,
to now.
to be
Yeah,
actually
should be
mentioned.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, the Kyrie effect is hurt.
Jason Tatum should be on this list.
Jason Tatum should.
Yeah.
He should. His
Yeah.
talent
Should've
should be
been
on the
Yeah,
list.
he has the talent to do it.
For sure. And last but not least, Chris Middleton,
Yeah.
who's an all-star this year.
Not enough people pay attention.
Not enough people pay attention to him.
Yeah.
They pay attention to GA.
Yeah.
Not just Antetokounmpo.
Step in there. He gave me a hand.
He gave
He gave me a hand.
He like
What a guy. All right, man. 1 versus 8. Weezy, who we got 1 versus 8?
All right, we got Bradley Beal versus Antetokounmpo.
Okay, who you want? GA, who do you
I'll
want?
take Bradley.
You'll take Brad Beal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start it off with Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was number 2 last year. He's 24 years old. He improved literally everything, which he's done every year. He's averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 60% field goal percentage, 24 from 3. And he will play in 70-plus games.
All right, I'm going to take young Brad Beal.
And Bradley.
With the absence of John Wall, has stepped up this year.
Yeah, wasn't ranked last year.
Was not.
Tremendously.
It was not ranked last year.
Mm-hmm.
Averaging 26 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Career high.
Mm-hmm.
5 rebounds a game. Career high.
Mm-hmm.
And 5.5 assists a game. Also another career high.
Sure.
Shooting 47% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
35% from 3. That's dropping in career stats, but still.
For sure.
Shout out to Brad Beal.
And the thing is with Brad
solid
Beal, it's
year.
2 years in a row he'll play in 82 games.
Yeah.
His whole knock was,
He
hey,
can't stay healthy.
can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Teach.
All the nice stuff that we're saying about Brad Beal,
Yeah.
he'll get a max contract because I think he'll be 3rd team All-NBA by the end of all of that. By the end of the season, he'll be a 3rd team All-NBA. He'll get a max contract. It's going to be tough to pay him and John Wall. That's going to be tough. With that being said, Giannis Antetokounmpo might win MVP, which I think he should win, and also Defensive Player of the Year. That's nuts.
That's nuts.
That hasn't been done in a long time. 30 years.
Brad Beal got a bad drop.
He got a bad draw.
Yeah, you wouldn't beat Giannis in the
He
first
picked,
round.
he picked a bad year to have a good year.
Picked a bad year to have a good year.
What you wasn't going to do is beat Giannis in the first round.
That's what he was. But shout out to Brad Beal for real. Like everything that he's done this year, testament of hard work and everything. And he really is keeping the Wizards afloat with John Wall not being there. I wonder how they're going to address the hole at the point guard position next year. Because you can't go with Thomas Satoransky.
No, and John Wall will be out most of next year, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
no question. Yeah, most definitely. It's tough. Yeah. We won't talk about that.
Another talk.
Okay. Whole deeper.
Darker criminal league. So we're moving on, right?
Yeah, we definitely moving on.
One seed advances.
Yeah, so we got. What we doing next?
2-7?
2-7. Let's do
2-7,
it.
all right.
Kawhi Leonard versus Kemba Walker.
What you got?
I got Kimba.
You got Cardi?
I got Kimba.
Okay.
What I'm saying?
All right. I got Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
He's in the Western Conference last year.
He was.
27 years old. Last year, he played in 9 games.
Okay.
But this year, let's talk about it. He's averaging 27, 7-3, and played in 55 games. We'll play in 60.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, he's shooting 49% from the field, 37 from 3. So there we go.
I'm going with Kimba Walker. Cardi and Kimba, I like to call it.
Okay.
Kimba's averaging 25 points a game,
Mm-hmm.
4 rebounds a game, 5 assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well say 6, 5.9 assists, so 6
For sure.
assists a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Kimba is must-see TV
For sure.
whenever he's on.
Sure.
Averaging is a career high in minutes, 35 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting 42% from the field and 35% from 3.
Sure.
Kimba's going to get a contract this year.
Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted free agent. I know the... Okay.
So it's Kawhi, though.
So Kawhi is
Yeah.
both unrestricted
Both
free agent. Yeah.
I'm putting him for Kimba on this.
Kimba will play in 80
He'll
games.
play 80 games.
Improved from last year. He was at 8 seed last year.
Yep.
7
seed this year.
How far can Kimba carry the Hornets?
That's my thing. If they play,
Mm-hmm.
if they can somehow get to the 7th seed,
Which they won't.
they can.
Yeah.
It's one game at this point.
Yeah,
As of today, it's
Of
one
course,
game.
they can actually. It's 6 games left.
Right. So they can get
So
to
they
the
can do
7th seed.
Yeah, they win.
And they avoid Giannis.
I would want to see Giannis more than I would want to see. But nah, not with the help. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Salary cap mismanagement, lack of really good draft picks, and signing Nicholas Batum.
It's that shit.
He doesn't have a viable number 2 option. Never has.
Never has.
And I think that they rolled the dice and really crapped out a lot of the times with a lot of those picks. So Kimba will leave this year. Most definitely. They'll draft a point guard in the draft. But Kimba, there's no way that he'll have he's not going to get past Kawhi, right?
If they, I can't. I want to.
Yeah,
I want Kimba to get it. I want Kimba to get out.
Because for all the ifs you just said,
it's a lot of ifs.
yeah. If they don't play Giannis, like I don't think Kawhi cares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. If they play Giannis,
It's 1, 2, 3 Cancun for them. Let's go ahead and get this.
It's a sweep.
Yeah. And not even that.
They put.
Right,
I'll
let's
take that back.
Let's go through the criteria.
They pushed the Bucks to 6 games. If they play the Bucks, they push them to 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about
who moves
Kawhi.
on?
Okay, let's do it.
Offense.
We better watch.
It's Kimba.
Kimba's a better offense.
Kimba's a better offense player than Kawhi.
Yeah, for sure.
If I need a bucket, that's just a bucket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Kimba first.
This year.
This year.
Yeah, defense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
come on. All right. Let's move right along.
So that's number 1.
No, team impact to success, Kawhi Leonard.
How? Here's my argument.
Okay.
That team was a number 1 seed last year without him.
For sure.
Without him, they were number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen his impact yet.
And they're making it really hard for him to get into, because they're basically running the offense through him.
Yeah.
And I don't think Kawhi Leonard is used to that.
Right.
So in turn, it looks very forced.
Okay.
But in turn,
Look, like to what you just said. Now he said they was a number
1
one
seed.
seed without him, right?
Right.
They lost their best player, DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
So Kawhi Leonard came in and did the same thing.
And it didn't skip a beat.
He didn't skip a beat.
2 seed.
But come on.
And
I mean, he only played in 55
But
games.
that's team impact, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
another
it
thing.
is-
So technically,
He played for a whole different team, whole different coach, and this could be
I
the
understand
same.
it, but technically they're performing worse than they did last year.
Here's the thing.
Technically.
Just think about team impact success, what we're actually talking
Okay.
about here. When is the last time the Hornets played in an actual playoff game?
Last year. Was it last year?
Did they
Was it
play in
before?
the
Yeah, they
playoff
played
game?
last year. Either
I
last
don't
year or
think they
before.
made it last
They
year.
were close.
They've always been close. They've always been close or either played, right?
Right.
Every team that Kawhi Leonard's on, they've always played
Of course.
in the playoffs.
No, I agree with
So
that.
the impact of Kawhi Leonard.
If you're gonna cut off my nose and spite my face,
Right.
you're taking my argument away. But
Right, for sure.
that's my only leg I stand on. is
Yeah.
that they were number 1 seed last year and 2 this
Yeah,
year.
for sure. Kawhi Leonard has more team impact, but that's a good argument. Sure. A mental. I mean, Kawhi Leonard.
It's closer than we think, but it's quiet.
It's
But it's closer than we think.
He doesn't even
I don't
last.
think it's close. I don't think it's close, Jim.
Because we've argued this for mental as far as clutch cheese as well.
Yeah, for sure. But Kawhi Leonard doesn't last.
When he does, we know why he doesn't.
Exactly.
And when he doesn't, it sounds like something serious.
Yeah, no, for sure. So definitely, the guy moves on, right?
Yeah, he does. But I'm just saying,
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
It's a fight for
It's a
Kimba,
fight.
man.
It's a fight. For
Yeah,
sure.
you know, can't just
Not
do a
much.
bit of kind of way.
Not much of a fight.
Yeah. Where we at? Please. What's
We're
next?
gonna do 4 versus 5.
Okay.
And that is
Kyrie versus Blake.
Kyrie versus
Ooh,
who you got.
you got Kyrie.
You got
Kyrie.
All right, let's go.
I've had the highest season.
That's
last
cool.
year.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
All right, so Kyrie in this year of turmoil in
Mhm.
Boston
For sure.
is actually having one of his better statistical years,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
They are right now a 3rd seed in the West,
Mm-hmm.
which is amazing considering where they were.
Yeah.
And he's averaging 23 a game,
Okay.
a career high in assists. When Jay
Sure.
said he would never average, you say he would never average 7 assists a game.
I did.
He's averaging 7.1 right now.
He is, for sure. He got 6 games left. He might not play in them.
That's true.
So that might
drop down.
Okay.
Shoot 49% from the field.
Yeah.
39% from 3, which
Okay.
is amazing. And 87% from the free throw line.
Okay. All right. And he was number 3 last year. He's 27 years old. Blake Griffin, man, not ranked last year. 30 years old. He's averaging 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 43% field goal percentage, 34 from 3, and will play in 75-plus games. I remember that there was a consensus that was said about Blake Griffin that he was done when they traded him for Tobias Harris. He was on the decline as a superstar. And what he's doing now, 30 years old for the Pistons with no help. Reggie Jackson is his starting point guard. And Andre Drummond should have gotten a vote or 2 in this. He should have got a vote or 2. Definitely snubbed him. Blake Griffin is playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Absolutely.
Most
All-around ball.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, most definitely. Now, Kyrie is playing out of his mind. So let's go through the criteria. We got offense.
Kyrie.
We got offense.
Kyrie.
It's Kyrie.
Y'all, he's averaging 25 a game.
What's Kyrie at?
23.
Kyrie's averaging 23.9, which is basically 24.
Yeah.
On a team with 4 other options.
For sure.
Blake is the option in Detroit.
He is the option. The offense runs through him. But this is the thing. You have to be able. So in turn, you know that. So I know the defense is putting a huge sign on Blake. Like, hey, we got to pay attention to Blake, and everybody else can get off. I think it's the same thing over there. You got to worry about Jason Tatum.
Right.
You have to worry about Jaylen Brown.
Kyrie's the point.
Kyrie's
He's
the ball on the team.
He's making sure they get the ball too with 7.1 assists a game.
Yeah.
He's a general. He's not
a general.
That's for general assist
No,
numbers. 7.1 assists is for general assist numbers. Come on, Jamie.
Now, come on
now. 7.1 a game.
That's your own words, Jackie. Ain't got you on that one. That's your own
I'm
words.
just saying.
I've been waiting on this one.
Here we go though, but it still can look kind of crazy because the team's not better with him playing the way he's playing right now.
How? Because they're a 3rd seed, not a 2 seed.
Yeah,
We just said Toronto is not didn't fall off with Kawhi being a 2 seed, not a 1 seed.
I mean,
Boston's technically a 3 seed, not a 2 seed.
But the team
I'm sorry, no, they were 3 seed last year.
The team plays exponentially better when he's not in the game.
Not lately. They lost their last. They're 3-2 the last 5 games we have.
But as far as
lately,
the season, you're saying lately. I'm saying it's for the full season, which we're referring to is the full season. But we'll get to that. But okay, we'll give Kawhi the not Kawhi. Kyrie offense for sure. Give him offense for sure. What about defense? Blake's a better defender. Let's just keep it a buck. Kyrie,
not by far,
but
Kyrie's definitely playing better defense.
He's not
let me say this. He's giving more effort on defense this year.
Well, you have to the same way that they had Paul Pierce playing defense there at a high level. You can make people look like that.
That's what I'm saying. He's giving more effort.
You know what they're doing? They still hiding them on defense like how they did IT though.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's wait. Make sure it's clear. I say he's locking anybody down.
Okay.
Just say he's giving better effort.
But it's not. But Blake plays probably solid.
So 1-1.
Okay. 1-1. All right. Team impact or success.
I think you go Blake on this one.
Well, you have to, right?
I don't think so.
Because the Pistons hadn't made the playoffs.
We can't do that for Blake and not do it for Kemba.
No, we didn't.
I remember the argument.
What I'm saying, we did it for Kemba. He's just not more impact. He didn't have more impact or success than the person he was playing against, which was Kawhi Leonard.
Kyrie's not hurt. They beat LeBron last year. They beat Cleveland in Game 7.
We don't know that.
We know.
We don't know that.
We know.
We don't know that.
We know.
Gordon Hayward is not there neither, so you got to.
We can't bring him last year though. We can't bring him last
That's just
year.
their starting spot. Gordon Hayward don't have to play out. They don't need him. Kyrie plays. They beat them.
Well, team impact or success. The Pistons are a 6th seed in the Eastern Conference with Blake playing at a high level.
Blake playing at a very high
but
level.
A bad team, Jeff. That's a bad Detroit team.
They made some changes right before the trade break to really help them out.
No, they didn't. They got Wayne Ellington. That's
they
it.
got Thon Maker making 3 returns.
You brought up Thon Maker.
We saw Thon hit a game winner with our own eyes.
Don't bring up you trying to fight.
The legend of Thon Maker.
Yeah, for sure. Team impact success is Blake. This team hasn't played in the playoffs. This will be the first time they played in the playoffs in 4 years. So
I want to come back to that. I do it right now
for sure.
So what is that? 2-1?
2-1 for sure.
2-1 Blake.
Mental.
It's Kyrie. It's Kyrie. No, let's not do this. Let's not. Come on, let's not.
Let's think about it now. Let's think about mental now.
Mental is Kyrie.
No, mental though.
Mental is Kyrie.
No, mental. He's a mental. Like they're using him as a poster boy for mentally discharged, like mental, like problems for players
Outside of
off the court.
When the 48 minutes are up,
They're using it for off the court.
yes. But on the court, you're not taking many more players over Kyrie. Game time, studying, knowing what I need to do to win the game over Kyrie Irving. Right now.
He is, first off, when we talk about mental, we're talking about him being a teammate too.
I
right?
understand it.
He's a terrible teammate. Y'all know that, right?
No. I wouldn't say that. LeBron misses him. He can't be that.
No, he misses his talent.
Of
He
course.
has ruined this Boston team. He's ruined Jaylen
You can't
Brown.
ruin the third seed, Jay.
Yes, you can.
You can ruin
because they're supposed to be a number 1 seed.
But every team got better. Philadelphia on paper is the best starting
Boston.
five. Hear me out. I know that. Philadelphia on paper has the best starting five in the league.
For sure. Ain't no question about that.
They're not a number 1 seed. Antetokounmpo playing out of his mind this year in the regular season with Middleton and with Bledsoe and things like that. That's why they're the number 1 seed. But Boston, with all that controversy and the fact that Kyrie has willed that team to a 3rd seed, that says something.
Coming into the
That
season,
says
who do we
a
say
lot.
was the best team in the East?
Boston. Say Boston.
What are they?
They're the 3rd seed.
Do you have them winning the championship this year?
Yes. Coming out of the East? No, wait. Not winning. No, nobody beats Golden State.
Nobody
Nobody beats
beats
I'm
Golden
coming out of the
State.
East.
I had to come out. Yes, still to this day. In the 7-game series, them against Boston, 7 games, I got them.
Toronto.
I'm not them against Philadelphia. 7-game East Conference, them against Philadelphia.
There's no way that this kid has ruined the likes of a Jason Tatum, who we said should have been an all-star this year. He's taking a step back. Can we say that? Terry Rozier hasn't.
Statistically,
Jaylen Brown doesn't look like the same player, does he not?
Jaylen Brown doesn't know. Jason Tatum still has his moments.
Moments, though.
We
This is
know that.
supposed to be the year, though.
But you're asking him to have his year in year
I'm
2.
saying,
When it's automatically going to be a
Can we say it's a
sophomore
wash?
No, I can't give you.
Can we say that this is
I
a
can't-
wash?
I can't
Because
give you that,
Kyrie is mentally not strong,
If
yo.
I'm going to give you
That's
a
a
wash
part
here,
of it,
if I
though.
give you a wash here, give me a wash on the one before this.
No way.
See what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is mental. We use Kyrie as a poster boy for lack of mental strength.
He's a flat earther, but not a lack of mental strength because you got to factor in the clutch gene too with that.
Yeah,
the big moment gene is Kyrie.
But with mental, you have to do a teammate. You have to do on court and off court, right? You have to include all that.
I'm
He is
including all that.
terrible off court, and he is terrible as a teammate.
I'm not saying he's a terrible teammate. I give you flat earther stuff. He's
That's a
terrible
part
off the
of
court.
it.
I give you that.
Marcus Morris comes out and says, "This team ain't been cool this whole year. This is totally different." What's the difference between this year and last year?
What's the difference? Kyrie's there. I'm not arguing that. But could it be Gordon Hayward? Could it be the coach trying to influence Gordon Hayward?
Does he not come out and say, "Man, this team just don't play together. We don't do this"? He's the leader of the team, and he had to come out and say, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that." He calls LeBron and say, "I shouldn't have did this."
Well,
that's mental, Jeff.
There's one thing that team did play without him. They adjusted to life without him. They may not want him to be the outspoken leader that he is. I agree with that, but I still think.
Who do you think mental
that team,
with a team, with including teammates on the court and off the court, and also clutch gene? Who's Kyrie?
You got to
or Black?
Clutch gene?
No. What we're saying is
not
all
just
together,
all that together.
Mental. As if you put the mental together, including a teammate grade, which is on NBA 2K.
Mm-hmm.
That's used, right?
Mm-hmm.
On court, off court, and then clutch. Dude, everybody loves Blake Griffin as been his teammate.
All right, Blake has a teammate. Okay.
Blake is a better teammate.
Blake's a better teammate.
Kyrie's a better clutch G. Off the court, Kyrie's not. He's trash.
Okay, but on the court, Kyrie's better.
What are you talking about? We didn't say it. That's a part of clutch.
You just said that. You said on the court and off the court.
No, I said on the court, which is clutch.
He's breaking down the four. He's breaking down all 4 aspects. What he's saying. He's saying he gives it to Blake off the court, Kyrie on the court, Kyrie clutch, and Blake a better teammate. That's what he's saying.
So I mean, that's 4. So it's a wash. That's a wash, right? That's the definition of a wash. That's the definition of a wash. So the last one is consistency.
That's Kyrie.
No, it's not.
That's Kyrie.
No, it's not. It's who's more consistent than Blake Griffin this year. We're not talking about a career. We're talking about consistently good this year. Blake Griffin is having an all-star caliber year, all-pro, first team, all NBA, maybe second team.
Okay, so is Kyrie.
No, he's not.
Kyrie is second team. Second team, all NBA.
He's third team.
Second team.
Damian Lillard having a better year than Kyrie Irving.
Second.
Dude, you want to go through it?
Well, this season's got to be Blake. this season.
Just explain to me how.
Well, they're a 6 seed.
And Boston's a 3 seed.
This team has never played.
What do you mean?
They've never. And Boston is a 4 seed.
And let's be completely honest. They are a 6 seed now.
Boston is
There's 6 games left. They're 1 game away from being an 8 seed.
I get that, but Boston is a 4 seed though.
Boston 3rd seed.
Boston's a 4th seed. Boston 4.
All right, let's move on, y'all.
So we have to. If we go with consistency, Blake Griffin's consistently this year has had a better year than Kyrie Irving.
I disagree. Kyrie, from start of the season to now, from start of the season to end of the season.
That's not true.
Let's move on to the tiebreaker.
That is the tiebreaker. No, it's 2-1.
2-1.
It's 2-1, and
this would be 2-2.
No, this is have. I'm not.
We watched one.
We watched one. This would have to be another watch then, because consistency. This man is averaging 25, 7, and 5.
You and I can't say a watch. You can vote for Blake. I can vote for Kyrie.
Who do you vote for?
Pick.
25, 7, and 5. This is the best year of his career.
23.9, 24, and 7 assists. When you say he would never,
and he's playing in 75 games.
You said he would never average 7 assists.
You sticking on to one thing. That's
because you said he would never. I'm gonna go with Blake.
Blake moves on. Blake moves on. So we got Greek Freak versus Blake.
We ain't gotta do that one. We ain't gotta do that.
No. We still got one more.
Oh, okay.
Joel
Ben Simmons. I'm telling you what we ain't gotta do.
Yeah,
do the next round. We can skip that one. That one ain't even close.
No, I'm gonna fight for. I'm gonna fight for. I'm gonna fight.
I ain't gonna say a word.
Wait.
I'm gonna say
Joel Ben Simmons real quick.
Yeah.
Did you Joel Ben Simmons?
Would it be a better matchup if it was Kyrie versus?
We had to Joel Ben Simmons first.
Who do you got? Ben Simmons.
You can have Joel. I'll take Ben Simmons.
Okay.
All right. You got the 3.
All right. So Joel, you gonna do Joel?
Nah, he got it. Go ahead and do Ben Simmons first.
Okay.
So Ben Simmons, it's all good. Ben Simmons not ranked last year.
Mm-hmm.
22 years old. Last year, he averaged 16, 8, and 8. This year, he's averaged 17, 9, and 8. Played in 81 games last year. Played 70 plus this year. Ben Simmons is having a year that he has pretty much basically did everything he was supposed to do.
Putting it all together.
Yes, putting it all together. And he's also taken a step back to bring in Jimmy Butler so he can feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Let Tobias Harris come in and get his shots. Mm-hmm. So he's taking less shots. I think he's been more efficient as far as everything that he does.
All right, he's going against the number 3 seed,
mm-hmm.
which is the process. Joel Embiid,
mm-hmm.
averaging 27 a game.
For sure.
13 rebounds a game.
Most definitely.
On top of 3 assists a game.
Yeah.
Joel also had to take in the fact that Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris are here. More so Jimmy Butler for the same amount of the season. But he's established himself as the alpha player on their team. Sure. And doesn't shy away from it.
Yeah. I don't think this team would be anything without Joel.
Not a thing.
That's still being.
They would not be in contention.
Yeah.
Without Joel Embiid.
Without Joel Embiid.
This is legit championship contender.
Yeah, for sure. Offense. Who's a better offensive player? Joel Embiid. Yeah. Better defensive player? Joel Embiid. He got a bad draw.
He did. We said this.
Yeah, for sure.
Teammates too. So
yeah, this is a bad draw.
It's a bad draw for Ben Simmons. Team impact and success.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to kind of argue.
Because they lose when they play.
Yeah, it's hard to judge. And he's so dominant of a character. It's hard to play when he's not there. It's hard to judge to him when he's not there.
So we're gonna move the process on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, but. The thing is,
it's just a tough drop.
It's a tough drop, but people get Ben out of shape because he doesn't shoot. Mm-hmm. Ben Simmons playing a hell of a game this year.
Yeah,
I just got a bad draw.
Very much. I agree. Just a bad draw.
Y'all want to do 3 versus 7?
Well, why would we do that?
Y'all want to do?
Let's start GA against Blake.
GA against Blake.
Yeah, Blake. All right. So let's start off with offense.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the stats anymore.
Yeah, for sure. So let's offense.
Offense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is the thing about Giannis, though. Okay. We can pack the paint. Mm-hmm. We can make him shoot. Blake can step out and shoot. He's more offensively talented than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is that not a true?
That's not a true statement.
That is a true statement.
Giannis off the dribble has gotten better every year.
No, what I'm saying is, who's a better shooter?
Better shooter.
Blake Griffin. You didn't think Blake Griffin could shoot.
No,
so
when I said that, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I said that.
Okay.
Yeah, that Blake has improved on his jump shot.
For sure.
I totally agree with
you.
No, I'm not saying that.
I think Blake Griffin, and you think about it, offense altogether, he's averaging 5 assists. Mm-hmm. He's averaging 25 points. Yeah. As an offensive talent, I think has more offensive things in his actual tool bag than Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You brought up assists. Thank you. Giannis averages 6 assists.
For sure.
It's more assists and more points.
But he played point guard for 2 years. So
and
what we saying?
they're both are the
Blake
option A for each team, right? Both are option A
for sure.
Team. So if Giannis averages more points and more assists and more boards,
think about what you're saying, though, bro. Think about exactly what you're saying.
I am.
Do you think that, for example, Michael Jordan has because he can do more? You don't think he's just as equally like LeBron James could do more on offense than Michael Jordan? Can you not say that?
Well, I'm not
Just say, so if we're doing offense, right? We're just looking at offense, right? Just straight up offense,
yeah, straight
right?
up offense, straight up.
We're doing Michael Jordan versus LeBron James.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is not as offensively talented as LeBron James.
I don't know if that's true because does LeBron have a legit? Just hear my theory.
Okay.
Does LeBron have a legit package of moves?
I thought Jordan shoot better than LeBron.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
Shoots better.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but I just
and does
offensively.
LeBron have a legit package of moves like the fade away and things like that
LeBron
he goes to
Here's a package.
that you cannot defend?
Yeah. But okay.
LeBron is going to overpower you most definitely.
Right.
Freight train going to the rack. Yeah.
Peep the game. Okay. Well, maybe not Michael Jordan. Can you look at a person that averages more points, but they can do more because they
Kevin Durant and LeBron James.
No, well, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, or James Harden, LeBron James, they both score a lot of points.
Okay.
But at the same time, there's more in James Harden's bag than KD. It's very close.
Right. But there's not more in Blake's bag.
Yeah. I think so.
I got not this year.
Yeah. Not this year. They only average.
You got Giannis. I got Blake.
Yeah.
I got Giannis.
All right, let's go for this one.
Yeah. Defense. Well, I mean, that was the.
Yeah, well, he's going to be defensive player of the year.
He's going to win defensive player.
Yeah.
Team impact of success. Giannis.
Yeah. Let's move on.
What I'm saying is, offensively though, Blake Griffin is more offensively talented than Giannis Antetokounmpo because he does not shoot outside of the paint.
And he's developing that though.
No, but we ain't talking about development. We talking about right now.
But I'm saying
we ain't talking about developing. We ain't talking about a year. We ain't talking about last year. We talking about right now.
I'm talking about that. If you talk about his game right now, okay, let's just end it right now because we already say he's moving on. You need a bucket. Who you giving the ball to?
We're not talking about
that's the best way to define offensive.
But that's what we're. That's not offensive all around.
all around, but
can Giannis score? Dude, Giannis scores in certain spots. He's middle, short corner shots. Blah 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 blah.
His range has gotten. He's gotten more.
It's not better than Blake's, is what I'm saying.
What does he shoot from three? What does Blake shoot from three?
34. This nigga shoot 24% from three.
Yeah. From a 7-footer, that's great.
He's 6'10", Jeff. What are we talking about?
Blake's 6'9".
Blake is 6'10", man. Come on, man. They're the same height.
So you think Blake should move on?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about one offense. Offensively talented. He's more offensively talented than Blake Griffin. I mean, than Giannis. Yeah, but we will move on.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got
You got talking to the mic, dog.
My bad. So we got Greek Freak. No. So this one we got the process of Kawhi next.
Okay, that's a good matchup.
That's the matchup.
Yeah, what you got?
I had process last time.
Yep.
Take Kawhi.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Joel Embiid offense. Come on. It's two totally different positions, but Joel Embiid is the best offensive big man in the NBA. It's not even close. Okay.
Yeah.
Defense.
That's Kawhi.
Not this year.
1 through 4.
Not this year.
1 through 4.
Not this
he
year.
Can guard 1 through 4.
Not this year, Jeff.
He needs to.
Not this year.
We've seen him put I've seen him put Paul George in a blender.
Yeah, for sure.
The MVP candidate that you called, put him in a blender and laughed at him during the game.
He's not. What I'm saying is his defensive shares has went down since he's became a Toronto Raptor. He's not the defensive player that he once was. He won't even be first team all defense. Joel Embiid will be first team all defense. You can't. There's no way that you can say that Kawhi Leonard, him not even being a first team all defensive player anymore. Now, not to say he's not playing great defense because he is.
Okay.
But I'm saying Paul George is going to get first team all defense. Anthony Davis will get first team all defense.
I don't know about that.
I'm just telling you, those two, those are your forwards. Those are your forwards.
I don't think Anthony Davis gets after the second half.
It's not going to be Kawhi Leonard though. I'm saying he's not first team all defense. It's not. Because he can't even do it. And I get what you're saying. Yeah. He's a really, really good
on-ball defender.
But Joel
is special.
He was second.
He's special.
He was second in Defensive Player of the Year votes last year.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
I'm the process guy. That's my guy.
Okay.
So, of course.
Okay. Yeah. So, Joel.
Cool.
Okay. Team impact of success.
That's a wash.
That is a wash. That is a wash. Do you know why?
Yeah, that's a wash.
That is a wash. Yeah. Because if Joel's not there.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Kawhi has went down as far as his actual.
No.
I'm saying
Kawhi or wash.
No,
either Kawhi
I'm just saying.
or wash.
He's missed 30% of the NBA season this year. He can't even play in back-to-backs.
Yeah. I mean, but he's coming off injury.
Coming off injury.
And Joel just started playing.
This is his first year.
Yeah,
this is the first year he played in 65 games.
And Joel is done for the rest of the regular season.
I'm just saying.
As of today, he's done for the rest of the regular season.
They're saving him.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
So that was a wash team and thing.
Yeah.
Mental.
That's Kawhi. Better team.
Still 2-1 though. It's 2-1, so it's mental.
It's still 2-1 with a wash.
Consistency. That is a wash.
I don't know about that.
Give me a reason why Kawhi Leonard is more consistent than Joel Embiid, who's averaging 27 points a game. Because when he plays, I get what you're saying. He has to be out there. But when he's out there, he's very. We talking about the same. He's played more games than Kawhi Leonard
this year. And
Kawhi was
hurt
hurt
last year.
That's what we talking about.
Can't argue that.
Okay.
But if it's either a wash, I gotta go with Kawhi. Consistency, like Kawhi is every night back. No matter what's going on, he's gonna be your best. He's gonna guard the best player on the court, 1 through 4.
I got you.
And he's going to be your number one offensive option.
But you literally just said consistent.
Right.
When he's on the floor.
Joel
Embiid, they're not where they are without Joel Embiid.
Correct.
Consistently consistent.
I think this is
I would say it's a wash.
All right.
It's a wash. So
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1, and it goes to Joel Embiid.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we got Greek Freak versus the process. This is closer than people. I literally think, let me tell y'all something before we get started with this. I think Joel Embiid is the second best player in the NBA.
I do too.
Okay.
I do too.
I really do.
Behind who?
Behind Kevin Durant. That's just to me. That's just to me. I think Kevin Durant's the best player in the NBA. But that's just me.
Wow.
That's just me.
No need to do West Conference.
I really do. I think so. I think for sure. Damn, you talking.
You think the same thing?
This year?
Yeah.
With LeBron not making the playoffs?
So, let's move right
This is
along.
going to suck next week.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It's going to be a fight.
No.
Steph Curry's still playing. The hell?
Right,
Steph Curry's still playing. Shit, don't get me started. You know what I'm talking about, cameraman? All right, so who you got? You got GA or you got
I have
the
to.
process?
I'll take Giannis.
Yeah, okay, cool. Offense,
Joel,
right? Okay, defense.
Giannis.
Wait now.
Giannis.
They're both going to be first team all defense.
Giannis going to win this player. Yeah.
This ain't there. Giannis got this shit right.
This part.
For sure. You said he's going to be defensive player of the year.
What I'm saying is, I get that.
You're not beating that. You're not beating defense player of the year.
I'm just saying, he's still first. They're both going to be first team all defense.
Agreed.
Right.
There's only one defense player of the year. It's going to be the guy with the Bucks.
I don't think they're going to give it to him. I think they'll give it to Gobert.
You just said that.
But I said he could be.
But he got to fight for
said
his guy.
I could be.
Nah, he should be.
I said he could
He
be.
should be. He should
I said
be.
he could be.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be him.
Last time this happened 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan.
And he's from that club. From what I hear.
It's from that club.
And from what I hear. Because I was the last person to say I was a fan of his. I was the last person to say I was a fan of his.
All right, what's next?
Team impact and success. That is a wash. That is the definition of a wash.
Yeah.
That's a wash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Joel.
So what is it, 2-1?
No, that's if nothing else, because if you're gonna say it's not, they're not a number one seed without Giannis. Without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's true.
They're not number
And
one
he's so do we'll wash it out.
So 1-1.
Yeah.
Mental. Oh.
Anton Kupo.
No, you what? How? See, this is what I'm saying. So you can't just be out here saying
No,
shit
wait,
like that.
what you
And I'm
mean?
just trying to figure out why. Why do you think that he is more mentally stronger than Joel Embiid? Joel Embiid is the process. He gets in people's heads. He does everything. I just need to know why.
Let's do it by the criteria.
Okay.
Teammate.
Joel Embiid is the best teammate in the world. Everybody loves Joel.
Everybody loves
Everybody
Giannis. Giannis. There's not a bad thing
I've
ever
never
been
heard
said
nobody
about
say about
Giannis.
Giannis.
So we'll call it a wash then.
For teammate.
Yeah.
All right. On the court.
Come on now.
On the court. He's made Middleton better. He's made
You just
Bledsoe
literally
better.
okay. So what I'm saying is, when you say stuff, you got to stick with it. So
I-
when you just
Y'all
say
can stick with it with
Ben-
him, but all.
when you say Ben Simmons,
Yeah.
when you say when you say Jimmy Butler, you say Tobias Harris, he takes a step back to let these guys eat, but he knows that he's the best player in the world. You just said
No,
that.
I said Joel didn't take a step back.
No,
He asserted himself
No.
as the alpha team.
What I'm saying is, but he had to take shots away to get those guys acclimated into
I
the
think that
actual.
hurt Ben Simmons more than it hurt Joel.
But about it goes through Joel Embiid.
Right.
Like he's the first person to touch
he's
the
the
ball.
process.
But what I'm saying is, his teammates love Joel.
I think that might change.
That's a wash. That's a wash.
I got Giannis. Who you got?
A mentally strong Giannis?
What are you saying? Giannis is.
But you know Joel Embiid doesn't come out in interviews and say crazy shit all the time.
That ain't got nothing to do with his mental. He don't talk about his teammates. He don't talk about it. He's talking about
You've
people
heard,
outside
have you
of
heard
the team.
Giannis say anything negative? I've never heard Giannis say one negative thing about.
It doesn't have to do with his mental.
But you're talking about, but you just saying, no. You just said you've never heard Joel say anything bad about his teammates.
Yeah,
I've never heard Giannis say anything negative at all.
At all, for sure. He's a positive person.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about as a full mental. Joel Embiid is very strong mental.
Well, how do we know Giannis is not?
I've seen him in what we were talking about last year.
Yeah, that's last year. That's last year because
he got small, but got very small.
So did Joel when they played Boston.
Stop that.
Yes, they did. Because no way in hell.
It was 22 and 12.
There's no reason that team loses 4-1.
You know why they lost?
To Boston.
Ben Simmons didn't step up. That was the problem. He didn't have. That's why they went and got Jimmy Butler. That's why they went and got Tobias Harris.
No.
They
I
needed
said on this show, Al Horford had his ass in a blender.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Al Horford, which had him and Giannis in a blender.
This is what I'm saying. If just them two, right? They were looking for Dario Saric and Robert Covington to come in and help them.
Yeah.
He didn't have any help. He has help now.
Al Horford had him.
That ain't what up.
And Giannis.
What are we talking about though? Well, I'm talking about help.
We're talking about mental.
We're
talking about mental first.
We're talking about mental.
I'm just saying you're talking about the help, and I'm telling you, you're saying that Joel didn't show up, and he showed up. But he can only give you 25.
That's not true.
He needs help.
My guy got to give me more than 25 in the playoffs. My guy.
Let's watch it then.
We're consistency. We're consistently consistent with the boy Joel Embiid. Consistently consistent.
This year over Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This is a wash,
Your
man.
MVP candidate.
So if that's a wash, then we got to go to the tiebreaker.
Now we talking, because he's the living embodiment of this.
No, he's not.
Giannis is the living embodiment of mediocre talent, mediocre to mid-level NBA talent around him.
He has an all-star with him.
He made
A max player in Bledsoe.
that max player stuff don't matter because
It
it don't mean you're an all-star.
Joel Embiid.
It don't mean you're an all-star.
Joel is the best player in his position.
Joel
position.
Joel Embiid has
Giannis is not.
Joel Embiid has the best starting lineup.
Giannis is not the best power forward in the NBA.
He has the best starting lineup in the NBA.
He does.
He has the best starting.
No, what I'm saying, if you put him with average talent, if you put him,
Giannis is with average.
No, he is not. No.
Giannis is with
Chris
average.
Middleton is an all-star. Let's just keep it
That's
above.
That's it, though, Jay.
No, we
That's
got
it.
Eric Bledsoe.
That's your man.
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe in the top 10 point guard. In the top 10.
He's not.
He's in the top 10.
But if he's 15, that's above average, bro.
You reaching out there with big dog.
Think about it. That's not even reach. Think about it.
What's my man
What's
in the
the
Titans? That's a Kevin Dyson.
Think about it. Let's
Last
do
playoff
simple math.
reach.
Let's do simple math.
Okay.
30 NBA teams.
You're right. Oh, for the simple mathematics, I guarantee you it's 16 better.
And then there's not.
We won't waste the listeners' time arguing
That, and there is
But when
not.
we stop the show, we're going to give you 16 better.
There is not. He's above average NBA talent. He's number 12.
He's no.
And that is above average.
He's 16, 17.
But he has very, very marginal talent around.
Giannis has a mid.
You're talking about the team.
Hear me out.
No, this is what I'm saying. I can't, though, because this is what I'm telling you is
because here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to
I
happen.
can't, dog.
You gotta hear
Because you're talking about because this is what he's doing. He's talking about average talent around him now, and he's going to compare it to the talent that Joel Embiid has, and you can't do that. We're talking about with average NBA talent around him.
But I'm saying we already know the answer because
No, we
Giannis took
don't.
average NBA talent and made it the number 1 seed.
They not that. That's not average NBA talent.
Hear me out. Because every playoff team has 2 to 3, sometimes 4 options. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, yes. Milwaukee has 1.5 options.
But neither one of these teams have average talent.
So Chris Middleton ain't
I
top
said
15.
1.5.
Chris Middleton ain't a top 15 player in this position. We just didn't say that Eric Bledsoe was top 15. That's 2 people above
You
average.
said you said 15.
What are we talking
I'm
about?
saying 17, 18. That's not average.
But so
Bro,
is
it's
Joel.
not 17 or 18.
Jay, so
points.
is Joel, right?
Joel has
Joel
top
got-
7 in his position.
We're not. What we're not talking about. We're talking about with average NBA talent around him. Of course, Ben Simmons and Jimmy Butler is better players. We're talking about we removed them from that team. So why do you keep arguing that? That's
because
can't.
My argument is we have seen Giannis with average NBA talent, and it's a number 1 seed in the East.
And it's not average NBA. You have to stop. So what I'm saying is your point doesn't make any sense because he has two above average players with him. So you can't say that he has below average players. That's not true. It's just not true. So what I'm saying is, if you move Joel Embiid and you put him with the Orlando Magic, and if you move Giannis Antetokounmpo and you put him with the Orlando Magic, it would be very similar. It would be the exact same thing.
I don't think so.
What the fuck?
You put Giannis, because Giannis has been the Orlando Magic, Jay. He's been with average NBA. That team just started making moves to get people around him. They just got young man when you're saying that.
Bledsoe been there for 3 years.
It's 2 years, Jay.
He's been there 3 years.
I don't think he's been there.
No, that was just last year from Phoenix.
Dude,
That was just last year they made the move to get him.
What I'm saying is,
That was just last year.
Chris Middleton been there.
With
You got Nikola Vucevic.
the Jason Kidd years, when Giannis was wasting his time.
He got fired mid-season last year.
That's what I'm saying. And they went and got Bledsoe right before then. That's what got Jason Kidd out of there.
It ain't got nothing to do with Bledsoe. Why you keep bringing Bledsoe to it?
Because I'm saying we've seen Giannis with average NBA talent. We've never seen the process in all of his glory. Now,
Because they had a process. So in turn,
I
why do you
trust
keep
the
bringing
process.
up we haven't seen him? What we're doing is removing him from the team that he's
I
on
understand.
and putting him with average NBA talent.
Right. And
Who do you think will be a better person?
What
You
I'm
need to
saying-
win a game.
What I'm saying is, I
How
know how the
does-
story is. I'm going with Giannis. I've seen him do it. That's all I'm saying.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Jay, hold on. You don't think if you need to win the game, you're gonna go with Giannis over Joe?
I'm going with Joel Embiid. If I need to win a game with average NBA talent, I am. So, I mean, all we gotta do is ask.
I got Giannis.
I got Antetokounmpo.
We move on. That was the whole point. Don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, but there we go.
Serious about that? My goodness.
Call it crap.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
so we have Giannis Antetokounmpo moving on in the Eastern Conference.
Mhm.
I think it's a crock of shit. I think that Joel Embiid should have moved on, but whatever. We're going off of this year, off a person who gave him defense and whatever. So we'll have the Western Conference next week.
It's always get heated right here, boy. This gets
It's
heated.
the fun time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Let's get your side eyes going.
Oh, man. We're going to argue all week this week. It's fun.
You know, your phone calls. All that's gonna happen this week.
Yeah, we don't got to talk. We'll know what the trouble feels.
Who we are?
Giannis Antetokounmpo moves on. Got the Western Conference coming up next
You
week.
got your boy next week. Still Curry.
Now tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To watch more basketball.
Why you shit on us like that?
I ain't shitting on nobody. Who you talking about? I'm telling everybody to watch more basketball. That's a hashtag.
All right.
Watch more basketball. And the revolution will be podcast. Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, bro.
Better damn know it. Cameraman. The revolution will be podcast. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.